Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. This is Laura Alvarez from Kisp, and I'm really happy to be hosting this presentation, the sales efficiency with the Kids Collaborator. The idea is to take you all these the solutions that Kids Collaborator is now doing for the sales, for the salespeople. And a lot of salespeople, they are out there and they don't know exactly what Kids does, and so this is just to show different ways to improve the performance in sales, basically. Well, I don't know if you know about the Kisp, our company. We've been in the industry for over 25 years. We develop software, but also we offer services of products like visualization products, like virtual reality showrooms, renderings, and all kind of visual products that you can use when you have to face your client. And the Kids Collaborator is a software, is a sales tool. We created it for salespeople. The idea is that you can carry it on an iPad, on any Windows device, and you can actually go and show different ideas and concepts to the client. So better than talking about it, I like to show it, what we're talking about here. Some of you already know about Kisp and Kids Collaborator. But I hope that we can bring new stuff. Kids Collaborator is being updated every month. So we got new features very often, new releases and integration. So yeah, this is the idea, just to keep informed. Okay, then, so let me just show my screen. I hope that you can see here the sales efficiency with the Kids Collaborator. If you cannot hear me or see the screen, please let me know, and we can adjust it. But anyway, let's go to, what I wanted to show before we start. I know this piece is very old. Technology, your best ally. Basically, yes. Sometimes, when you're doing sales, you just, of course, I would say 80 or 70% is about face-to-face. It's about the human contact and everything. But technology can help you a lot. And I came across this image, this joke, I would say, some time ago, where a gentleman was going to go to war, and he says, no, I can't be bothered to see any pesky salesman. I've got a battle to fight. And then somebody was going to present a gun machine, so that could have finished his battle in seconds. I mean, this is quite violent, but the idea of kids, because sometimes I feel that I get from a lot of salespeople, oh no, I'm too busy just to review kids. I need more time. And maybe after 6 months, that they've been reviewing Kids Collaborator, they say, okay, well, this is something that I have to do. And maybe, if you stop a few minutes and review it and see how this can help you, how technology can help you in your sales calls, then you will be gaining a lot of time and sales, of course. 6 months of reviewing, 6 months of more sales. Why I say that? Because we have studies that we carry out with the Kids Collaborator, and actually the number of revisions using kids that reduces from 10 revisions, the standard or the average sales process, all the revisions that it will take in a sales process, we took it down to 5 or 6 instead of 10 using the Kids Collaborator. So imagine 4 sales meetings to go back and forth with the client, where the client gets anxious, they want to know, they want to see things, they want to get pricing, at least budgetary quotes, and with kids you can really solve it very quickly. Anyway, let's see why kids. I think I mentioned one of the things that's why it's embraced by salespeople, is because it's very user friendly. The average training time is 1 hour, and you don't have to have any design background. So anybody that, as long as you can use a computer, you can use it. You can use kids. It's very intuitive as well. Also, it is designed to be used on mobile devices like iPads, Surface Pros, and laptops, devices that salespeople take with them all the time. It's not like, those heavy computers and very expensive computers that designers use. This is a tool. Kids Collaborator goes perfect on an iPad, on a Surface, anything that is touchscreen. It's just, it really is great to use. Also, that you can instant access to manufacturers, visual catalogs, finishes, pricing, anything that has to do with products. And then you can create renderings, quotes, and 360 views in seconds. That's basically when you struggle at showing the client or those clients that struggle to visualize products, and you can get there in seconds. You can help them to get a visual of the product very quickly. Also, we now, since we're talking about integrations and what is new with kids, we do have an integration with CET Designer. The 2020 integration has been on for some time now, but you can export CIF and DWG export, but also any design work that is done in CET can be sent to the Kids collaborator directly. So in Kids, you can show it, you can customize it. I'll show you also a sample of this in the next few minutes. We are supporting over 110 manufacturers. That's something that, of course, it's been growing with the years. We started with 2 or 3 manufacturers, and now it's 110. You can view the manufacturers list on our website, but also if you like to see it, let me know and I can send you the link if you cannot find it. And also one of the things that we're very proud about is our customer support and the training that we provide. Customer support is unlimited and included in the pricing. You don't have to pay anything extra. And the same with the training. We do have training sessions. We have webinar recorded. If you don't want to schedule a one-to-one training session with our trainers, you can get all the videos online and get access to all the different features and explanations. And let's move into what we're going to cover today. And again, the idea is just to show you kids. That's why this is my last slide, I promise. I won't keep you bored with a lot of slides. I want you to see the tool, how it works live. I think that's the best way to explain, so it make it a kids show today. So we're going to start with the project by searching for typicals and idea starters, and then create a rendering, quotes, VRs, and 360 views, and do the live editing. That's something that is amazing, and it's so easy. And then we can create a project from scratch, like searching the catalogs for different products, pick finishes, and also we'll create renderings with environment, since we can show you how to do the augmented reality in 2D, and how is the DWG and the CIF export. And then we're going to showcase and edit our new integration, which is the CET Designer, how you can basically use in Kids a project that is originated in CET Designer. And then license or information and overview. And then at last, we're going to have questions and answers. So any questions that you have, you can put them on the chat if you like. And then at the end, we can cover it. Excellent. So let me just now show the Kids collaborator. Let's see. Well, I hope that you can see it. Let me just review here. Yeah. Okay, so this is Kids Collaborator. And as I said, it's very user-friendly. What I'm showing is the Windows version that it's on my laptop. It's a touchscreen laptop. And here I have the project that I created in the last 30 days. And in the sync part, you can see all the different manufacturers that are available. We added, well, this month we added Bernhardt as well. And we got a couple of more that we have release updates. So anyway, this is the list of all the manufacturers. And what happens is when you want to get a catalog, you just go into the selection and then select the catalog that you want to download. And once you download it on your device, then you can access at any time without the need of internet connection. So basically, it's an app. So you will need internet connection when you are downloading the catalogs, but then you can use it anywhere without the need of the Wi-Fi or connection. If you are in a construction site, there is no signal, then you can still do your renderings, access to all your product catalogs and everything. Okay, but let me show you first, again, let's create a new project. We're gonna do a search. As I said, the default grid size is 30 by 30 feet, but you can customize it. So we're gonna use a 30 by 30. It's a search. We're gonna search about the planning typical. So you can search by manufacturer, but in this case, what I wanna do, I wanna search for coffee areas from all the manufacturers. So I'm gonna leave the search right here, and I'm gonna tap in cafe. And as you can see, I will have all the idea starters and typicals that have cafe in the description. So you will see there is a lot of different manufacturers, a lot of different ideas. You can go down, search for anything that you want. For instance, let's suppose you can show it by a square, or you can just show the different options right here, just by going up and down. And this is great when you're doing, when you show it to the client, because again, you can show this from the website, but what happens with Kisp Collaborator is that you can customize everything. So you can bring it on the scene, make any selections, any modifications on that. So we're going to be reviewing a few of these items, and let's see what we can search. So let's suppose the client is looking for this solution here. This is a cafe area from All Steel, so we can actually place it. Actually, we can see the way that it's originally layout. The furniture goes over. So what I'm going to do is just bring it right here and just adapt it to where the client wants it to be. So let's suppose they wanted to have it on this side. And then again, I can zoom in, zoom out. And what happens, I mean, it's like having a showroom, but being able to change anything, to modify. So we got here the top of the table. And so you can pick a laminate from all the options. And then we're going to go to the base and also look for all the options. And let's say we want to get it in black. Now we have the bases in black. And let's go for the seating. As you can see, you get all the different options and the list price here. I can show you later how you can customize it, basically how to apply the selling price, right? That's what I want to do. I mean, the list price is the reference, but then you can apply your discounting, your upcharges, everything to configure at least a budgetary quote. Okay, so as you can see, we have all the fabrics that are available for this particular item. And let's suppose we want to put charcoal on the seat, and the frame, we're going to do something more colorful. I'm sorry, I'm not a designer, so maybe my selection of colors is not the best, the best one, but yeah, just forgive me for that. Anyway, as you can see, I pick already the colors, and again, we can show the client. I can actually do a rendering out of that very quickly before I pick the other colors for the other items. This is a quick rendering. As you can see, it took seconds to create, and the quality is not bad at all. If you think that you don't need to know anything about rendering, so 3D Max, so this is done with Kisp Collaborator. The processor of the device is doing it, so you don't need anything but just picking the items, picking the colors, and that's all. So we're gonna select the colors for the chairs. Also, one of the features that is very frequently used is a very simple thing that you can actually do. You see we have different grading here. Okay, so once we pick this chair, for instance, I can actually do a quick sheet very quickly. The quick sheet will be all the information of one single item. And again, you can customize it. So if you don't want to show options and finishes, you unselect that. And when you save it or print it, that will be converted into a PDF. Actually, I'm going to save these and I'm going to post it later. So you can, I'm going to go to downloads. So I can send it to you so you can actually see how it will look like, this PDF. And all the information, you can add your notes as well. If you want to say anything that just to show your client, you can right here. Okay, so we're going to close it, and then we're going to continue working on the project for my client. And again, we have this couch that needs to be specified. So we're going to have, again, the same or similar colors to the others. But again, that's my, okay. Okay, so now we have, the project, and if you go to the list here, I don't know if you can see here on the right, we got 4 buttons. This is all the this is all kids, right? I mean, you only have 4 buttons to see different views and 5 buttons just to do all the action, right? And this is all you need. So it's very, that's why, you know, the average training time is 1 hour. And sometimes I would say half need a training session one-to-one, and half even need that because they will have tutorials, recordings that they can actually watch. This is the plan view that you can see everything from the top. And it's great when you want to align furniture, if you want to make sure that everything is aligned, and the distance between each product, you can actually see that. And then the elevation view, that you can see everything from the side. And we also have the list view that you can see all the items. And here is where you can actually apply pricing customization. So you can select the items and you can configure the pricing, include discounting, upcharges, list lists, anything. Okay, so it's not only to provide visuals, also you can, you know, do a budgetary quote very quickly. Usually clients, they're really anxious to get pricing and visual. I mean, I think that there are two things that they want to see how it looks like. But I think what worries is the most is just the pricing. Okay, they want to get a budget, at least a budgetary quote. So with kids, you can actually answer to that uncertainty at least, and so you can give them an idea, and then you can evolve in the project. If they know that you can see the reaction, whether, you know, the pricing is okay or is too high, is too low, and then you can offer different solutions if you need to adjust pricing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do a 2D environment. So I'm going to pick a photo. You can use photos, you can use renderings, anything that you can use. And that's what it's called augmented reality. This is a very early version of virtual reality that I have to say the quality is really, really good when it comes to, as you can see, the scale is being adjusted. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a render. Just go to HD view and then a rendering. And again, this is the slowest rendering. It takes seconds to create. There you go. And then if you want to get pricing on that, you can create a quick sheet. That will be a PDF very similar to the one I showed you earlier with one single item. But what happened here, you have all different components that are included in the scene. Anything that you included and customize, as I said, I mean, also you can remove stuff. If you say, okay, the client says, you know, I just need one coffee table, I don't want the 2. So you select that and then remove, and that's going to be taken out of your quick sheet in seconds. I have to save it because, of course, something has changed. I can include the rendering that I created. And again, here you will see only one table because the other one is gone. Very easily. So this is like starting in a showroom, but then everything can be customized right there. All those times where clients said, yeah, I like this, but, you know, maybe I like it in red, or I like it in blue, or maybe I wanted a different shape. Anything, you can customize it here. You can answer to all those questions. And of course, instead of going back and forth to getting different options, you can actually do it right there with a client. If the client says, you know what, that red is awful, I don't like it. Okay, sorry about that. And then you go and you just pick a different color. Okay, how about this one? You like this one? No. You like the poppy? Maybe. Oh, current? Yes, that's what I want. Okay. And that's basically when we get the new option, and then we can actually have a new rendering with a new option. So this is live editing feature that you can do as many changes as you want and then show to the client. And the good thing is that you will, if you go to HD Render and you go to previous renderings, you can see the history of the renderings that you created. That means that you know, you have the history of all the stuff that you show the client. So they probably said, oh, this is I like the first one better. And then you can go back and get that color, but at least you have the visual of what they picked. Excellent. So again, any questions, please send them on the chatter so we can actually address them at the end of the webinar. I don't want to make it. I hope that this is something dynamic. This is the idea of this, and of course, we will try to address all the questions at the end. Okay, so this is the, actually, I want to show you one of the great features that not many people knows about it. Okay, so this is the 2D environment, right? So you can use photos on your renderings. But what if you want to do a VR? What if you want to show the client in a 360 view? So we have the XR Pro version. If you go to the settings right here on the wheel, you have the Kids XR mode, and then you can enable it. And that means it will create an instant 360 view without doing anything. Really, you will look like you are a graphic designer, and just moving around this camera. So basically, you have the camera here that you can adjust. If you click anywhere in the scene, you will get access to all the different environments that are part of the 360. So you can customize anything. You can change the color of the walls, you can add concrete, glass, paint, anything, just to make it similar to what the client is looking for. The same with the flooring as well. You have carpet options, you have concrete, laminate flooring, tiles. So let's suppose we want to have let's go back here. We can get a wooden floor. And we have quite a few options, so you can actually select the one that it gets closer to what the client is has. And sometimes happens, that the client is going to paint the walls, so you don't have a photo actually to show it at the moment, but if they say, okay, we're going to pick these and these colors, and then you make sure you can show them what the product is going to look like on their space. It happens with a client yesterday that they say, oh, we're trying to sell this furniture, and they want to put a black carpet. Actually, they have it ordered, and they wanted to see how the carpet will look on the space, and they just did it, right? So they just let's do it now so we can reflect that. That's very unusual, but yes, it happens, right? So we're going to go for Midnight Night, black. And let's see how the furniture looks there. I'm going to create a 360 view just by clicking on 360 views. And now I can view panoramas. So now I can see in seconds. It's uploading now. But as soon as it's ready, then we can see it. I hope that sometimes the broadcast, it gets behind the actual reality, but I hope that the sound and the image goes together. It's currently publishing, and now, as you can see, I have a Julio link. Julio is our sister company. And right here, we have already the 360 view. So you can see how the furniture will look with the black carpet. And then you can, of course, create and modify anything. What I will do is I will actually share this link with you, and I'm going to put it on the chat box in case you want to. Actually, you can open it on your own computer and view it. And what if the client says, you know what, I like it. I don't wanna do the legs in black because they get lost with the carpet. So you can go back, and then what I'm gonna do is just do maybe a titanium finish for the tables, and let's go to modify this one here. Let's go back to okay, this is the base. Now I can get access to it, and I'm going to have it in silver. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the plan view. I'm going to leave the same, the camera view. I can actually modify this if I want to have, let's say, the scene looking from this angle right here. I can just put the camera in one of the corners, in the corner that I picked, and then just do a Kids VR again. Now, okay, now it's ready. And what if I want to do a different, just a view, like if I'm sitting from this chair, I'm going to put the camera right here, and then I'm going to show that perspective. And just doing, so I did three VR or 360 views options in just seconds. This is, believe me, it will change the way, the way you sell, because you will close the deals much faster. That's what we're talking about, being efficient, how you can show the client and also provide a better customer experience. So now I have the second option. And actually, if you have opened the project with the link I sent, you can actually go up and down and then see all the different views that I created. See, this is the first one with the legs in the bases in black with a different angle. And then we have the second one with the gray bases. There we go. And then the third one should be sitting from the chair. There we go, you see? So I'm just right here on the chair, and I have this very... And again, imagine that the client can see everything here. If you need to see anything, they want to see how the product is up and down, upside down, and then you can show it actually. This is the beauty of the Kit Collaborator and how you can be much more efficient here. As you can see every single one. And also you have access to all the finishes right there. And you make sure that all the finishes and pricing, everything is updated. We do have updates. Every time the manufacturer updates, we carry out the updates as well. So feel free to, just to know that, you can see actually what is available here. It happens the other day, one of the salesperson calls, and we did the demo, and again she was too busy to overview Kids Collaborator. And after a month, she calls and said, I really need Kids because I was in a sales call and I picked a finish because I knew it was on the catalog. And then when I got home to place the order, or I sent it to designers, they say, that finish is no longer available. So she had to go back to the client and present all the different finishes that they were existing, because she didn't know that the finish changed. That was no longer available. And that's what she said, I really need Kids, because that, if I had Kids, that wouldn't have happened, because I will have the list of all the options, updated options, and then I could have done it, and I would have saved like 10 days for sure, and back and forth. And also the frustration from the client, because just going back and say, I'm sorry, but this finish that you picked is no longer available. That's not going to provide the best customer experience. Okay, let's now finish this project. So let's go for something different. And again, let's open up a new project. And as I said, I promised that I was going to show how to start the project from the idea start, from the typicals, from all the different manufacturers. And again, as I search coffee, you can search for workstation, you can search packs of 4, different options of different typicals that are already built. But also you will have access to all the catalogs. And let me just adjust the grid floor. Let's suppose now we go into, we're looking at the client for an office, right? So he's looking into a desk, maybe a credenza. So I'm going to go back here, and I will have, these are all the different manufacturers that I have available, right? So the ones that I have downloaded, we have over, 110. So we have many more of these, but these are the ones that I downloaded on my device. So I'm going to pick Hon. I think everybody's familiar with that. I don't want to do like, and again, this is just a sample. If you want to have a demo of your manufacturer catalogs, I don't know if you're a Steelgate dealer or a Knoll, Miller Knoll, or a Hayward, Technion, any of those primary manufacturers, we can actually do a demo specifically with those manufacturers. We're actually going to be doing a Hon and All Steel webinar next week for everybody. So you're welcome to join and see the ideas from those manufacturers. But again, let's go to Deskin, and I can go to Hon Deskin, and we have all the different lines that Hon is working. Let's go for 10,700 series. actually no, let's go for the 10,500 because I want to, as you can see, you have bundle stations that you can pick from, but as I said, I mean, let's pick something from scratch. Let's start from something basic, something that you can do without knowing much about design. You can actually have all the different options on the skin that Hon offers on this catalog, but you can narrow the search. If you're looking for a 72 desk, you just start 72 and you get all those options. And let's suppose the client is looking for something like this. And then, as you can see, well, you have all the laminate options. And again, if you pick a second grade laminate that it has a different pricing, as you can see, that will be adjusted. So as soon as I pick a standard, the price goes down. And when I pick, let's suppose, grade 3, then the price goes up for the difference that it will be shown here. And again, we have all the options right there. Let's go for this shaker cherry. And we can actually do contrasting if you like, if that's something that you want to do, but let's do the whole thing. And then we can place it in the scene. And we can search for a credenza now. And again, we go back. This is very intuitive as well. And this is the way that, you know, manufacturers put the data. It's really easy to find and to manage as well. So we got full, 3/4, lateral files. So let's go for a full pedestal and center storage. Why not? And again, okay, I have all the options and let's pick the same finish as the other one. And just bring it in the scene. It's drag and drop very easily. I can zoom in, zoom out, make sure that everything is in the right spot. Okay, and I can actually go and have any views as I need to. And I'm gonna pick for the return. Just find return, and then again, we got the full pedestal, 3/4, and it will be a left one. And we have here all the options. And again, I can find the laminate and pick the finish now, or I can wait and place everything in the scene and then just make it easy because you just select directly. Oh, this is the credenza, so I should go. Let's go to the plan view. As you can see, I can just click on plan view and I can see everything from the top. And this is great because this is the best way to align the furniture. Okay, so put here and let's do the credenza right there. And there is a little gap that I left here. And yeah, when it's got the red, then it means it's snapped. And let's go back to the 3D view here. And we can actually pick a chair. Oh, yeah, let's pick a chair first before we do the rendering. Then I'm going to go back. And I don't know if you have any preference for seating manufacturers. I like 9 to 5. I usually use 9 to 5 or KFI studios, which I like the chairs. And I can go to seating collection and I can tap here task chair. If I know the model number, also I can tap the model number of the product. And well, okay, just have the color that I need. And then the back. And then I can, well, of course, have all the different options that are available with that particular item. I am going to place a chair right here. And as I mentioned, you can use the photos of existing environments, but also you can use the Kids Design Collection. You can add the architectural elements yourself. You can build your own rooms. We have columns, we have walls, windows, anything that you can customize. Not only you can place the object, you can place a column, but also you can specify it. So if that column is red, you can actually create and put a red column. We also have plants, we have people, anything just to make it more realistic. So let's add a little plant right here. And we go back and we can add computers also. But I think the architectural elements, sometimes it will help so much with clients because they have, maybe a door that is open right or left, and they feel it's going to be awkward with the furniture. So you can actually have it placed and then pick the colors again. And let's suppose the door is actually right here, and you can just place it there. And then you can go to the plan view and you can show it how it's going to look. So there is plenty of space here between, the station and the door. And let's create a rendering out of that. So we can actually place the view. If the client is not sure about anything, you can actually help them by placing the view where, it would respond to the doubt and then create the rendering out of that. And the pricing, and of course the 360 view and all that. And as you can see, the rendering is not a perfect rendering, but it's really, it took seconds. And then you can go back and change it in the second, just right there with your client. If the client says, maybe, I was thinking in a maple color finish, and then you go and change it in maple, do replace all. So the whole part will be applied with the same finish. That's depending on how it's configured the manufacturer, with the items, if they're grouped with the same family. And in this case, doesn't happen, usually happens, but, and again, that might be, the only thing that you have to pick each product and then specify it. But usually, if the product, again, is done in the same family, that shouldn't happen. You just replace all and then apply the same finish to everything. And here we have a new option. So you can go back and forth as many times as you want. You can do your export. If you want to export it into zip file or a DWG file, you just select here and you enter the email address. Let's suppose you were talking to the client likes this, they want a quote, just, a formal quote. You can actually email it to your designer and they can, import the CIF into worksheets or, whatever they use to create a quote, and then send it to the client after the designer has reviewed it. That's why we put on the PDF that we create on Kits. You can put any terms and conditions as you like, but the one that is by default it says, this is not a quotation, all prices are approximate and for budgetary purposes only. We do that because the idea is just to get a budgetary quote for the client. The salesperson sometimes needs to talk to a designer or at least have a designer review that the quote in order to provide, pricing. Especially they might need to add electrical components, installation, anything that it will be part of the price. But at least, you can get a budgetary quote. You can get moving forward with the client. You can see whether, you need to adjust any numbers or not for the client. And then you can keep continuing. That's why, you become much more efficient, because that's basically the idea of this tool, that you can have visuals and pricing in seconds for your client. I hope that this is not, I'm not talking too much, but the last thing I want to show you, I promise that will be the last thing, is to show you a project that came from CET. I actually talk about it, and we're very proud that we have the CET integration, because of course we used to have the 2020 integration, which is now called Syncly, and a lot of dealers and designers are using Syncly and 2020, and of course, CET is also, a big part of the design community, so we needed to be also compatible. So what happens here? Any project that created on CET can be sent to a Kits account. So you are viewing this project right here that was created on CET, and my designer, the only thing they do is just download the Kisp extension and share the project. So it's very simple. And what I get here is the name of the person that share this project with me, and the time and the date, and I can go back and I can customize everything with Kisp. That's basically what is the beauty of this tool. So I can, okay, just select on the item and make sure that one of the things that we also have with the Silk is we have direct contact with the CPE, with so all the information it goes directly with the CET main information. So you get everything is accurate because it's exactly what they have on the system. And the frame, so actually you can actually show this product, right, that it came from CET, and then do all the live changes and live editing right there in Kit. So as you can see now, the product is being changed, it's been specified, and I can actually go and create any visuals. I can do renderings, I can do the 360 views, and it will keep also what it was drawn in CET. The building, all the architectural elements will be kept from the original CET file. So this is the CET integration, which again is very new. Not many people knows about it. One of the things that you need to know at the moment, the CET integration is only available for Windows devices. It's not available for the iPad. It's in process. I think in the next 2 months, it's going to be available on the iPad version. But at the moment, the CET integration only works for those licenses that are for Windows. And let me show you the Kit XR so I can view panoramas, and it will show me all the history of different shoots that I've done with Julio, with Kit Collaborator actually. And this is, it will be a really time saver because the designer can do the proposal, can do the quotation, send it to you, and then in interaction with the client, you can make sure that you get to what the client is looking for. You can do all the specs, and not all the specs, sorry, all the different images, and then change any products according to what the client is looking for. And then you can do all the different shots. You can go room by room and put a camera there. It takes seconds to create the VR. And again, it's amazing. I mean, especially the clients, they love it. They love to see stuff. And then if you are able to change everything and take it from different rooms, that will be something very very efficient, I would say, since we are in the efficient webinar. Okay, so yes, and again, if you would like to have a webinar of a specific manufacturer, let me know, and I'll be happy to show it to that. Let's go back to the information on the, I don't know if any of you would like to have information about the licensing. The license is an annual license. We also have a lot of customers statements, the way that they use Kits and different papers that you can review. And the licenses, the Kits Collaborator license ranges from $445 to $595, which is the XR Pro, the one with the 360 views per year. So with $595, you get all the full capabilities. You get the access to all the manufacturers, all the finishes, products. Also, you can do a VR or an AR for immersive and interactive presentations. That's basically the enhancement with Julio. 360 views, and then you can import and export from 2020 DWG files, and also get the CET integration. Also with the standard license, which is $445, you get everything but the VR and the AR in 360. You can use photos in 2D with a standard version, but not the ones that you get the camera moving and the feeling that you are immersed in the room. So if you want to, if you have any questions, or if you, as I said, want a new demo or want to see something specific, give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be happy to get back to you. We do have a couple of questions. I think, well, some questions are the same, but what I wanted to, one of the questions is about the updating catalogs. They want to know how the catalogs are being updated. I'm just going to put the camera again. So we, and again, I think I mentioned that at the beginning, but briefly, we are in the distribution list of all the manufacturers. So every time the manufacturer changes pricing, finishes, or new products, we get that update as well on our platform. So when you will get a notification saying your catalog needs to be updated, and then that's all. And then you make sure that you can actually check which is the last release and the year of the and the month of the last release. This is very important these days because manufacturers are changing list pricing every month or every 2 or 3 months very often. Before we got updates like every 6 months or a year for some manufacturers, but now is the price especially is very sensitive and releasing new products and everything. So it's good to be updated. Excellent. And the other question is about if the XR Pro license comes with Windows and the iPad. And yes, that's basically you have the Windows version or the iPad version for the standard, but also the XR Pro can be can be for Windows or for iPad as well. And one of the things that, because they also, well, the third question that just pop up is about if we have a version to try, like a test version where people can go and see if they like it. We do not offer like a training or like a test version, but we do have 30 days of satisfaction guarantee. So once you order the license, you have 1 month to try it. If you're not happy or for some reason it's not what you expected, and then you can get reimbursed for the total, no questions asked. That's the idea is, for us to set up a license it takes so much effort that we just do it if somebody seriously wanted to go ahead. But we welcome to do webinars, and again, training sessions are available and support is open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Answering, this is Eastern time, Canada time, answering calls and emails. So if you have any questions, please give me a call and I'll be happy to help you. Well, I hope that this was useful for you, and anything that we can do to help your team, let us know, and we'll be always open to talk. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.